Hello everyone, this is probably my fourth attempt to make this video. Anyway, in today's video I'm not going to do a healing nor an exercise. Today I'm going to share some sort of testimonial with you guys. And this testimony is about a book that have helped me tremendously when it comes to my financial situation, and I believe that would continue to help in future situations. Now, the book is called How to Become Money. And in a way or another, though it's completely crazy, I do admit that you learn how to actually become money. Now, if you don't want to hear me blab about my financial situation, the mindset that I was in, the mindset that I'm currently in, and how everything just shifted for me, you can just check the links in the description box or in the comment section, the pinned comment. There would be probably links for the book, and that would be it for you if you don't want to hear me blab. There is a right way you could do the book, and there is a wrong way you could do this book. The wrong way is for you to just read it once or twice and then just put it on the shelf. The right way, if you don't want to continue hearing me blabbing, is basically that you do this book every 2 weeks or every week for 6 months. You can go for a year if you want to, but let's start with 6 months. If you could do it for every 2 weeks or every week for 6 months, you would probably become money, which is basically what the book says. So I'm gonna dive into my financial situation. So I grew up in what most people would consider religious environment, and as most religious environment, and despite wherever religion you come from, there's this uneasy energy uneasy feeling when it comes to money. And I had that, obviously. I did not enjoy money. I thought and I looked at money like it was evil, unnecessary evil to be more accurate. I mean, people can deal with money, people can have money, but me, nah. Because why? I'm a good person. Because why? I'm a religious person. Because why? I want God to love me. Because why? I have all these reasons why money was bad, wrong, evil, and if I have that something bad, that's something wrong, that's something evil, I become that. I become evil, I become bad, I become blah blah blah. You know, all that shit. And probably that lasted until somewhere in high school. And maybe even after high school, before college. And then when it basically hit me, there is a verse in Quran that basically says, it says, المال والبنون زينة الحياة الدنيا, and it can be roughly translated into money and offsprings are the beauty or the joy of this lifetime. And I say roughly translated, because number one, I'm no translator, and number two, I do believe that a lot of text can be lost in translation, but I'm doing my best, and I think I have given you guys the just, or given that verse the just translation. Okay. And when I realized that, it basically hit me, because here I was, believing myself to be spiritual, believing myself to know what God is saying about money, and then just realizing that I don't. And that probably was the first real actual time that I realized that I don't know what I think I know about religion, which is something that we probably I'll never talk about, but more importantly, I don't have the right mindset when it comes to money, and number two, I don't know what actually money is. Now, as years progresses, I have managed to do some exercises, do some meditations, other type of healing work that would give me money, or have money in my reality. But at the same time, after a certain point, money, even though it wasn't evil, it wasn't bad, but it reached a point where it became a burden on me. And It was a burden if I had it. It was a burden if I don't have it. It was a burden it was just a burden. No matter what I did, no matter what I didn't know, no matter if I had it, no matter if I didn't have it, it was a burden on me. And even though I tried to work through this, to change this in so many ways, using so many tools, I couldn't. And only after doing this book, I managed to do so. Money hasn't become a burden. Money hasn't become something that I was afraid of or terrified of. Money is just money. Now, as I've said, I'm still doing the book. I'm not really sure if I said this, but I'm still doing the book. I'm still working through myself on this book, but I have reached a point where I could tell you for certain that this does work. This does work, this does work, this does work, as long as you commit to doing the work, the book. And well, probably the biggest revolution at the current point is that money is no longer a burden. It's just an energy. It's a lesser energy. It's an energy that I probably would learn more and more and more and more how to benefit from and how to use for good, hopefully. And it would just create so much more in my reality. And I've said this before, how to use this book, and you basically use this book through actually doing the book. How do you do the book? You read, listen, or even maybe one time read the book and then listen to you read the book, you record yourself reading it, and then you hear a recording. And you do that, not necessarily the process of reading, recording, and listening to yourself, but actually doing the book, the entire book, from cover to cover, every 2 weeks for 6 months. Now, that's the plan that I followed. There are people who say you could do it every week. Well, to be honest, it was Gary Douglas who mentioned that, whom is the author of this book, to do it every week or every 2 weeks for 6 months. And again, I have no clue how such a book would actually do something like this, but it does. I'm the proof. And I would tell you there are a lot of people who swear by this book, and a lot of people who say that this book have changed their financial reality as long as you commit to actually doing the book. Again, the link in the description box. You would find probably an ebook and a paper. I don't know what paper is. A paper version if you'd like, a hard copy if you'd like, and do the book. If it helps, you could tell me, you could share if you have experienced the book yourself or done the book yourself for, the committed amount. Tell me, share with me your results. Other than that, may this or something far, far greater happens to everyone. And thank you.